The global power structure, which for decades has been firmly dominated by the West, is now shifting in ways that are both dramatic and unprecedented. The old certainties that once defined international relations are being challenged, and new alliances are emerging on the world stage. Today, on November 11, 2025, we are witnessing a remarkable development. Established European nations are openly exploring the possibility of joining the BRICS alliance. This is a move that would have seemed unimaginable just a decade ago, when the global order appeared far more stable and predictable. This signals a profound and far-reaching change. The world is steadily moving away from a Western-led order, evolving instead into a complex, multipolar reality, where influence is shared among many powerful players. The transatlantic relationship, which was once the unshakable bedrock of European policy and security, is now being actively reconsidered. EU members are increasingly looking eastward, seeking new opportunities and partnerships with economic giants like China and Russia. If even one or two European nations were to join BRICS, it could set off a domino effect, fundamentally altering Europe's strategic posture and potentially reshaping the balance of power across the entire continent. This historic shift is being driven by a combination of economic anxiety, a growing desire for greater autonomy, and the clear recognition that global power and economic momentum are moving eastward at an accelerating pace. Understanding Europe's renewed interest in BRICS is essential for anyone hoping to grasp the future of our interconnected world, as these decisions will shape international relations for years to come. To understand Europe's interest, we must first clarify what BRICS is. Originally coined in 2001 as an investment term for Brazil, Russia, India, and China, BRICS has evolved into a political platform advocating for a more equitable global system. South Africa joined in 2010, broadening the group's reach and mission. BRICS challenges the post-W20 order, creating institutions like the New Development Bank as alternatives to the World Bank and IMF. Today, BRICS represents a significant share of the world's population and economic output, coordinating on key global issues. Its transformation from acronym to global force explains why it's now an attractive, if controversial, destination for nations seeking new alliances. In just the past 2 years, BRICS has undergone a remarkable transformation, rapidly expanding its membership by welcoming Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, the UAE, and Indonesia into its fold. This wave of new members signals a growing momentum and a shift in the global balance of power, as more countries from the global south seek alternatives to traditional alliances. Saudi Arabia, a heavyweight in both energy and finance, is also expected to join soon, further amplifying the bloc's influence and reach. This expansion unites some of the world's largest energy producers, vital maritime nations, and highly populous countries. Together, they significantly boost BRICS's economic and political clout, making it a formidable force on the world stage. Today, over 10 nations hold official partner status, and dozens more have formally expressed interest in joining, eager to be part of this growing coalition. For many countries in the global south, BRICS represents a unique opportunity: access to development financing, new trade partnerships, and vast markets, often without the political strings or conditions typically attached by Western institutions. Membership is increasingly seen as a pathway to greater sovereignty, economic independence, and a stronger, more influential voice in shaping global affairs and international policies. Yet, the bloc's diversity, spanning democracies, monarchies, and autocracies, means that reaching consensus on key issues can be challenging, sometimes slowing progress. Critics argue that BRICS may struggle to become more than just a loose anti-Western coalition, questioning its ability to deliver on its ambitious promises. Still, the magnetic pull of BRICS is undeniable. As it continues to attract new members and reshape alliances, It is steadily transforming the global order from the ground up, offering a new vision for international cooperation. The most surprising development is Europe's quiet outreach to BRICS. Countries like Hungary, Austria, and even factions in Italy are exploring association with the bloc, marking a historic shift from Europe's unified foreign policy. Economic stagnation, energy crises, and the costs of the green transition make BRICS' dynamic markets appealing. Hungary's eastern opening and Austria's neutrality drive this interest, seeking prosperity and autonomy. The 2024 BRICS summit in Kazan formalized cooperation with non-members, accelerating European interest. European leaders see BRICS as a hedge against uncertainty, not a replacement for Western alliances. This is a calculated gamble for economic benefits and strategic flexibility. Europe's flirtation with BRICS reflects growing disillusionment with the current global framework. The EU's response to BRICS overtures is cautious and conflicted. Brussels insists on unity, but individual states like Hungary openly pursue independent foreign policies. The EU faces a dilemma: ignore BRICS' growing power or risk legitimizing a bloc that challenges the Western-led order. Internal divisions complicate any unified strategy. Some see engagement as betrayal, others as opportunity. Economic giants like Germany and France try to balance de-risking from China with economic interdependence. The BRICS issue is a stress test for European unity, forcing the EU to confront its own future. If Brussels can't offer a compelling vision, more members may look elsewhere. The coming months will reveal the EU's resilience in a multipolar world. Europe's growing interest in BRICS is fundamentally driven by economic motivations, as the continent seeks new avenues for growth and stability in an increasingly competitive world. The expanded BRICS bloc now represents over 45% of the global population and boasts a combined GDP that has recently surpassed the G7, making it a formidable force in the world economy. For struggling European economies, BRICS markets offer vast opportunities: rapidly growing middle classes, urgent infrastructure needs, and a rising demand for high-quality European goods and technology. The new development bank provides alternative sources of financing, allowing European businesses to bypass EU red tape and the often stringent conditions imposed by Western lenders, making investment more accessible. The idea of trading in local currencies or through a dedicated BRICS payment system is especially attractive, as it could reduce transaction costs, speed up cross-border trade, and help insulate Europe from the volatility of US monetary policy. However, closer ties with BRICS bring significant risks, such as increased dependency on economic rivals, exposure to unfair competition, and the potential erosion of Europe's own industrial base and technological edge. The economic argument is a double-edged sword, offering the promise of growth and new markets, but also exposing Europe to new strategic vulnerabilities and uncertainties. Ultimately, Europe faces a classic risk versus reward dilemma on a global scale, weighing the potential for economic renewal against the dangers of over-reliance and shifting alliances. European alignment with BRICS would fracture the Western alliance, weakening US and EU influence. For some nations, joining BRICS is about gaining autonomy and a seat at a new global table. This could create new divisions within the EU, pitting multi-aligned states against transatlanticists and paralyzing decision-making. The principle of solidarity would be tested as never before. Globally, this shift would be a win for Russia and China, validating their push for a multipolar world. European participation would legitimize BRICS as a truly global institution. The world would become more complex, with multiple centers of power and unpredictable diplomacy. To make sense of these shifts, I spoke with Dr. Anja Schmidt, an international relations expert. She explains, this isn't the end of the West, but the end of its monopoly on global governance. Nations are now choosing partnerships à la carte: NATO for security, the EU for trade, BRICS for development. This creates a messier, more flexible world, especially for smaller powers. BRICS diversity is its biggest challenge. Can rivals like India and China truly align? The bloc could either become a powerful institution or collapse under its contradictions. For Europe, the key is to strengthen internal unity and competitiveness. The future will be defined by both competition and cooperation across blocs. Relying on history isn't enough. Europe must adapt to remain influential. These shifting alliances aren't just diplomatic games, they affect your daily life. A realignment of Europe could disrupt supply chains, raise prices, and impact jobs. New partnerships might create opportunities, but also bring uncertainty. The competition is about more than economics. It's about values and governance models. The choices leaders make now will shape the world you live in. Staying informed and engaged is essential. Ask questions, demand transparency, and think critically. The future isn't predetermined. It's shaped by our collective choices. As global power shifts, every citizen has a stake in building a more just and stable world.